Hello. In today's lecture, we'll be discussing about the wireless communication. As we have earlier talked about the sensing of signals and how are these signals captured and processed. Now, further, we will discuss about the mode of communication, that is the wireless communication. So, what is wireless communication and the wireless networks which are involved in the communication? Wireless communication was introduced in the 19th century. It is one of the most important mediums of transmission of data between two or more points or from one device to another. Here, the information can be transmitted through the medium of air with the help of radio waves or without any cables and wires. So these computer networks that are used for the communication in the wireless mode that are not connected by the cables are called as wireless networks. They use the radio waves for communicating between the network nodes, and also it allows the devices to be connected to the network while roaming around within the network coverage. That is the mobility. There are many advantages of this wireless communication. As you can see here, we have first advantage as the price. While in the installation, the wired means of communication requires the digging holes for the cables, and there is a lot of infrastructural cost for manufacturing the buildings in which the wired communication is to be made possible, because of the digging of the holes for laying down the pipelines and the cables. Whereas in the wireless communication, the price is very low as there are no cables involved. Second is the mobility. In case of wireless communication, the network nodes can be accessed from any location, and the network can be available at any point of time. So the data transmission is possible and it's very feasible. Third one is the accessibility, that the wireless communication points are accessible at each and every moment. Even in the emergency situations, the remote areas can also access through the wireless communication. Next, we have the advantage of simple installation and setup, as there are no cables are involved for the communication or linking the nodes. So the installation and setup is very easy, and the wireless communication or wireless network is easy to deploy. Also, this network and the communication is very scalable, as the wireless technologies are enhancing day by day. And next advantages of the consistency, as there are no cables involved, so there is no fault, there is no possibility of the fault occurrence or any network failure. So the network is always consistent. Another advantage, as we discussed above, is from the tragedy recovery, as whenever there is an emergency situation, the remote areas can access the wireless communication because it is available through the means of air. Now we will discuss few disadvantages of wireless communication. First one is the interference, because the wireless communication is made possible through the air and it is operated at 2.4 gigahertz. So the different network nodes are transmitting the data through the wireless means of communication. So more than one network might interfere with one another and makes an intrusion. Second disadvantage is of the safety, as the wireless means of communication, the data can be breached while transmission from the privacy attack. Third reason of disadvantage is the health concerns. Because of the advancement in the technologies, the rays of electromagnetic or the radio waves are very injurious to health in many of the cases, and may lead to various life-killing diseases. Now there are many kinds of applications leading to the advantages of the wireless communication. The wireless communication is possible in the security systems, for the easy communication and the for the easy secured systems, and the data can be transmitted from the wireless cameras itself. Next is the television remote control. Nowadays, the televisions or the audio controllers are being accessed using the audio or the gesture of the person with the help of the Wi-Fi signals or the wireless communication. Third application is the Wi-Fi. As you all are aware of the Wi-Fi that we are using nowadays, we are sitting anywhere in the location, we have the nearest Wi-Fi and we can access it. Next application is the cell phone. The mobile phones can be connected from a far off places and can transmit data from one phone to another. Another application is of wireless power transfer. That is also a possibility in which the power is transferred in a wireless fashion from one device to another. So the last application is of computer interface devices. These are the set of devices like the laptops which are interconnected among each other for the data transmission and the computation via wireless means. At last, we will talk about the types of wireless networks which are possible for the wireless communication. So there are broadly three types of wireless networks that we are currently using. One is the wireless LANs. In wireless LANs, they have the connection between two or more network devices using the wireless distribution techniques. In this, the network devices may be interconnected using the wires, but they are connected to the whole network is connected to each other using the wireless distribution technique. Next type of wireless network is the wireless MANs. In this, the wireless LANs, two or more wireless LANs are connected, spreading over a large metropolitan area. Next is the wireless WANs that is spread in a greater range and a wider range than the metropolitan areas. It connects large areas comprising LANs, MANs, and personal networks as well. So it can be a spread over the whole wider area. For example, a city or a country, etc. Typical examples of wireless networks includes the mobile phone networks, in which the phone can be communicating with each other in a continuous fashion and transmitting data, or even in the gaming area or the entertainment zone, the phones are connected to each other and people can play with each other in a wireless mode. Next is the wireless sensor network, in which the sensors can detect the presence of each other in a wireless fashion, and dependent on each other, they can capture the data. Next is the satellite communication network, in which in the satellite mode, the sensors are utilizing the wireless network and capturing the data and then further transmitting it for the communication. Next is the terrestrial microwave networks. These are also a type of wireless networks, which we'll be studying in detail in the latest lectures. So this is the overview of the wireless networks that we are been working in today's life. So mainly the wireless LANs, as you can see, are has been using in the current day scenarios for the wireless transmission as a wireless network. So thank you, everyone.